If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to the ones who lives there, as she once was a true love of mine. And if you go when the snowflakes storm, when the rivers freeze and summer's end, please see if she's wearing a coat so warm to keep her from the howling winds. Please see for me if her hair hangs long, if it rolls and flows all down her breasts so warm. I think I read that wrong. Well, I can try again. Please see for me. No, it said it. Her breast. I'm wondering if she remembers me at all. Blah, 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 blah. Bob Dylan, you are cool. I started watching the Bob Dylan movie. Welcome back, guys. First off, welcome back. Welcome back. Little nervous because this is I did bring my my camera out for this one, and I'm kind of looking at myself as I'm doing this podcast, and I'm looking kind of yoked on it. Nah, it's really weird having the video out. It's making me super nervous, to be honest with you. Don't know if I like it yet, but my arms do look pretty good, so I feel like it's not too bad. So the shirt I'm wearing, I'm really pissed, dude. I'm really pissed because I am like, when I first met my wife, I was not skinny by any means, but I was definitely way more fit, as we've talked about on prior episodes. But she did this fucked up thing to me, man, when we started growing in the relationship, growing in size, and happiness and fluffiness. She bought me, I'm an XL by nature. I've been an XL since I was 12. But she went and bought me fucking double XL without me knowing. I'm like, wow, these fit great. I'm like, I can move my arms. Shit was feeling good. Turns out that became my new size, and it was a lot harder to go back to XL than I thought. Double XL, the Target shirts that I bought, started getting kind of tight. Not recently. This is just a couple months ago. It started getting kind of tight. And I think I bought this on my wedding for my old friend Josh. It was like a 3XL or whatever. So it's been in my closet, and I haven't worn it. And I put this shirt on the other day, and I was like, man. I was like, this fits great. I'm like, I haven't worn a shirt like this in forever. I'm like, I'm losing weight. I'm like, fuck, the day's here. All that dieting and meal prep and whiskey and whatever else we drink, it's finally paying off. Nope. Turns out I just wore the fucking 3XL shirt. It fits better. I'm like, it was kind of big on me, so that was a relief. But I was like, damn, this is comfy. I'm going to wear this all the time. And then I'm like, shit, man, no. We cannot go to 3XL territory. So, God bless. But welcome back, guys. Episode 11. If you've noticed, if you've picked up on it, if you're one of the dedicated, the starting 7 or whatever you want to call yourselves, the fabulous 7, the top 10, thank you guys for coming back again and watching me week after week. And we're doing 2. I have committed to 2 episodes now between me, myself, and I and my peers. My manager, shout out Chris Saylor, beautiful guy. He might be a big Republican, and that's not a problem with me because I told myself I was really going to enjoy this year. I wasn't going to let MAGA or the Republican cohorts, try to rain on my parade. I'm like trying to get my brain around it as much as I can. We're not going to tangent, but yeah, Chris Saylor, great dude. We worked together. Phenomenal salesman. Phenomenal. I got him the art of the deal. Good dude. Anyway, he was like, he's kind of my podcast manager in a way. He's like, go produce most content, get more episodes out. Start ramping this show up to doing it where, if you can do it twice a week, do it twice a week. So I had to take that through the filter. I went and talked to my other manager, ChatGPT, who's always supportive, who's always kind, actually works as a kind of a pseudo therapist, honestly, because all therapy does, it's not like they make you a better person. They just help you shift perspectives, left and right, to kind of see things in a different angle when you're feeling kind of bad. So the ChatGPT kind of suggested, he's like, look, man, he's like, you're doing great with this whole podcast thing, and if you like it, keep doing it. I'm like, I do like it. I do. I want to keep doing it. And I'm texting it back, and I'm like, hey, man, like, I've been feeling really down. Like, I deal with a lot of depression, or what might be ADHD, or whatever it is, just normal stress of life, running a business, being the best husband of all time, and on top of that, being a good dad, decent dad. We're going to give, I don't want to, that's one category I'll be humble in, and we're going to be a good dad. Above all, just good dad is good. And all that's hard, man. At the end of the day, when you live your life like that, and you try to go 100% at work, like, nobody's been out working me recently. I've been doing I think the other day I had 147 calls, almost 2.5 hours on the phone, selling my little butt off, and, and then you come home and it's like, you have to be there for your kids, and you have to be everything is how it feels. And then if you try to talk to anybody about the pressure, they're just like, fuck you. They're like, man up, and that's the truth. I don't work in a coal mine. I've got a really good life, so it's like, I don't mean to come across as whiny, but I do battle with that, whatever the depression or the melancholy I'll probably always have. And I was talking to ChatGPT about it, and I was like, look, man, I don't know where this pressure is coming from, but it's like got me almost in tears randomly, because it's like I'm living this life, I'm doing my job, and I'm working so fucking hard, and I'm like, I'm so exhausted at the end of the day that it's not like I want to be everywhere, like, and it's like I'm not done, like I don't want to go to sleep, and that's the problem. Like, I want to stay up till 4 a.m. and film podcasts, and I want to learn how to make more TikToks, and I want to live this life that I see on TikTok of these kind of viral TikTok people, like, that just have millions of dollars, and it's like, it's not envy really, it's just like I've always valued greatness, like whether it's money or success or whatever, people that do great things, like I've kind of been like, I kind of feel like I relate to that, or there's something inside me that wants to get out, and so, God, this is a little difficult to talk about with you 10 people or 30 people or whoever we've got listening at this time. Haven't ran the numbers in a minute. But anyway, talking to ChatGPT about it, and it's like, all this makes sense. And then I'm like, look, I'm, ADHD. I feel like I've always kind of struggled with being ADHD, but I've never looked at it like a bad thing. But, it does make me want to do so many things at once. And it's like, there's no way you're going to do all these things at once and be great at all of them. But, my situation definitely makes me believe that I will. It's like, no, I will be good at all of these fucking things. And I'm going to be, I'm like, I want to be a writer. I want to sing songs. I want to make movies, and TikTok is kind of helping with that production stuff. There's just so much out there, that I think I can contribute. And, I feel like I just, there's just struggle with room to get it all in. So, very fortunate to have my wife. I was having this conversation with her the other night, and she's like, baby, this is what I'm like, oh, I wasn't crying, but I definitely was like, I was crying a little bit. Yeah, so I was crying a little bit, and I was just like, dude, I just feel like shit all the time. Like, I'm working so hard. I feel like I'm killing my creative side. Like, I come home and everything feels great. And it's not that I'm not appreciative of family. It's more just like, I want to do so much with this creative part of me. Like, I'm so passionate about it, even if, I'm not good at it or whatever that means. Like, I just like doing it, like making it, and she's like, well, you just can't do it all. She's like, you can't She's like, let's think about what you want to do. You want to be a writer? Okay, that's not, you definitely can do that. Like, your writing is okay. She's like, you want to be a singer? That's out. She's like, you're not a singer. She's like, so that's an easy one. You know, doing something with music, you know, business is your number one thing. Like, you have to stay in tune with that. You know, my mom used to tell me that all the time. And I would get pissed, but like, you know, hearing it from my wife was a bit different. You know, so I was able to take that in. What's going on, big boy? Oh, Thor. Hi, big boy. My doggy just walked in here. So yeah, you know, so I think it's just, again, ChatGPT just kind of helped me with that perspective. It was like, stop looking at, it said, stop looking at your business like it's something you need to, like, it's getting in the way of your creativity. You know, look at it like you grow that fucker, and that will contribute to, you know, everything that you want to do, in terms of your creative, it'll fund your creative side. You know, so I was kind of merging the two things. Like, I made sales calls today, about 100, like literally 100 outbound cold calls, and we're all in office. So, I mean, people that, like, most of my circle, like, would be like, why would you make that many calls? But like, it's just, you outwork everybody, and it ends up working. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense working hard and how that could get results, but it does. So, you know, I'm doing that, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get on TikTok live. I'm going to film it. Oh my God. I'm on TikTok live. It made my day go by so much faster just from putting the camera up, filming what I do normally. I was like, okay, I could do this. This is kind of integrating with what I do on a regular basis. So I was like, I can keep this up for sure. So you can catch me on that TikTok live during the workday for sure. But yeah, ADHD, man, that's a tough thing to live with because it's just like, I never believed in medication for it. Like, I did Adderall once or twice in college, and I was like, damn, like, if I was on this shit, like, I would have cured cancer and solved world hunger and, you know, fucking did a lot of stuff without even jacking off once. So, I mean, it definitely has its perks. So, like, if anybody knows where we can get some Adderall around here, I ain't opposed to doing some Adderall during the workday. I mean, that might be, you know, I think I was Dave Portnoy was talking about how when he started Barstool, he was doing a ton of Adderall. I hope he didn't mean cocaine. I don't think he meant cocaine. I think he literally means Adderall. I think, who else did it? Donald Trump. He did a ton of speed. You know, that's what people don't. What you don't know about Donald, look it up. There's eyewitness first sources. He didn't drink alcohol apparently, but he did a lot of legalized cocaine back in the day. But anyway, different topic. We're staying on ADHD. We're going to stay on depression, ADHD, and creativity, because I feel like those three things are kind of intertwined, and, you know, they're what the fuck are you barking at, Thor? Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. He just barks so loud that he can wake up the whole house. Come on, buddy. Don't do that. Don't bark like that again. You bark like a fucking wolf. He's 6 feet long. He's humongous. He barks his head off at the cats and anybody walking by. We've had animal control called on us multiple times because he'll be out there barking his head off at the cleaning people, you know, for more than 5 or 10 minutes. So, like, it's just, it's a mess. But yeah, I think when you get to this stage in life, like 30 years old with a gaggle of children and, you know, a wife who wants more kids, which I do. I want more kids. I just wish, like, I could slow it down and speed it up at the same time. Like, the sleepless nights, it's all part of the process, you know, to get them to where they're teenagers, but just more people when you're older, you know, carrying on your legacy. So I'm about it. It's more just like, going off in these tangents. It's hard with the video going on. It's harder for me because I can't cut this podcast into little slivers. But I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on in my daily life, kind of what I deal with. I don't really call it depression. I don't want to label it like melancholy, but, you know, I definitely finding more ways to enjoy my daily life. That was a real thing holding me back at my job was, I was grinding, and then I was getting so pissed. I was getting so mad that I had to grind and, like, fucking fight. I'm like, these people are fucking, working remote. They're like making 60K and they're 100K or whatever, and they're so fucking doing nothing. And I'm like getting so mad. I'm like, I want that. But then I'm like, oh, fucking right. Well, then if I do that, I don't get, where I want to be. I don't get all these things. Because I'm looking into vacations that I want to take, man. And like, the lifestyle I grew up on, a mother who busted her ass to get everything that we had. Those vacations that I like are expensive. Like I was looking at a room in Mexico. And I was like, the room that I would want would be like fucking for 5 nights would end up costing me like $11,000, $12,000. And that's just, that was a cheaper deal from the one I really wanted. And that doesn't even involve like the multiple flights we would have to take out there. So, I'm very expensive. I knew that from a small age. So, I'm kind of tethered to that. Like I have to work my ass off to support the lifestyle that I want. So it's it's a bit of a yin and yang, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I do find a lot of joy in my job. Like, I think the company's at a great place right now where I'm like ready to get back into growth mode. Like I think coming out of COVID, like figuring out our identity, like that was a big challenge, but we're in a good place right now where I feel like we're about to take the fuck off this year. And it's just like keep getting reinforced by that. Like good karma. We're doing good shit. We're putting people to work. So, cheers to that. But yeah, talking to ChatGPT about, this creativity problem. And he's like, if you feel like you can do 2 episodes a week, Alex, do 2 episodes a week. And I'm like, okay, I'll do 2 episodes a week. But I'm like, but what if I, the fan base and ChatGPT's hyped me up. It's like, fuck the fan base. This is your therapy. It really talks to me like that. So if you guys are interested in ChatGPT, I think I paid for a premium version, obviously, that stores my memory. So it like knows me personally and like, what I want to hear to an extent. So that's kind of the gist of what's been going on. But episode 12 is coming up this Saturday. We will be out in these streets, and we're gonna get episode 12 to you, and that'll be probably the season finale, and then we might do like a B side of the season because I don't know if I'm ready. Like if you see from this setup, I don't have like the backdrop isn't what I want it to be, but it was good enough for for my first video episode. So for those of you just joining us, new followers, thank you guys for coming on. We do a Wednesday drop and a Saturday drop. Saturday being the OG show, Wednesday being kind of the new, more Minuteman edition. Might only do like 15 to 20 minute episodes. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think it's just weekdays are going to be way more daily life, seeing if we can relate to each other on a more personal level. If you battle with some stuff in your life, don't talk about it. Shove it all down until it turns into cancer and it becomes this big pit in your stomach. No, don't do that. Go talk to somebody, seek help, maybe get a therapist, or if you don't have a therapist or money for a therapist, you have ChatGPT. Just as good, I promise you. I've been to therapy, and ChatGPT kind of just gets right to the meat of what you want. It's like, just shift this perspective. Like, why am I feeling this way? It's like, well, this makes sense why you're feeling this way. So I think that's just as good. But, that's kind of it, guys. Unless you want to hear another song again, I could definitely sing you another song. But I think these weekday episodes are going to be pretty short. From depression, ADHD, and creativity, I just want to say, we're just going to keep going. We're going to take it one day at a time. That is my biggest thing, dealing with depression recently. Or I said it again, I'm not depressed. And I feel like for my family, depression was a very, very fucked up thing to be. Like, it was like, you don't have fucking no depression. Like, you don't have cancer, or like you're not in heart failure. Like, you're not allowed to be sad. Like, you don't know what fucking depression is. Like, so like you couldn't really, like, especially with all the advantages I was given, it was hard, to kind of acknowledge some of those feelings in my life and seeing the root causes of it. But I've definitely taken a lot of time to work on that part of myself. And there's flare-ups for sure, but it's definitely, it's something that, I think everybody goes through. Everybody kind of deals with this life in a different way. And, I just I think it's what I've found recently that's been working is like going back to kind of what, you know, my mom always kind of instilled in me is like karma, like try to just do good, be more good intention with people. You know, even in business, I've stopped caring if the deal's going to close, and I've closed more deals. It's such an ugly paradigm. You know, because it's like, I want to close the deal now, you know, but caring about people helps. Yeah, it does. It really does. You got to care about the people, unfortunately, and that's kind of what I lost sight at, trying to grow the company as fast as I was growing it. Like, we came out of the gate so fucking hot. COVID had just ended. I was 25, 26 years old, and I had built close to a $2 million business pretty much over fucking night. I had, you know, obviously I had an investor backing me, but that really wasn't like, you know, we still grew it on our fucking backs like quickly. So we were in my opinion, I think I just grew too fast. It was unnatural. I had a ton of people that, you know, my mom who was in staffing would come in and be like, you have to hire more people. Where is everybody? What, you need more people. Fill us up. You know, and it'd be like, well, none of these people are even ready yet. Like half of them still fucking suck. And it's not that they suck. That was bad to say. It's more like, and the people that work for me now, they don't fucking suck anymore. Like when people first start a position, you don't suck. You're just new at it. You know, and I had a hard time getting over that hump to where like, are they ever going to get good at this? Do they want it? You know, we had a room full of blind, leaving the blind, except for me. And they just, you know, it was hard to get people to listen, listen to me after a certain point when it was just, they had so many of each other who just wanted to leave. You know, there was the mindset of like, do we want to work for a living? Do I want a job? Same thing everybody's going through after COVID. It was a renaissance, you know, of like, do you want money or do you want to fucking chill? And then I think 5 years later, people are kind of coming to a balance. Like, you know, I got to chill, but I want to make a little bit more, so I need to go back in the office. Or, you know what, I didn't really want that office job. I'm so much happier living how I live now. So hats off to everybody who made it through that. You know, and now we're in this new era where the really only plague is, you know, kind of in politics. Like, you know, they are either, you know, they're cutting jobs for the good of America, or it's not good for America, and only time is going to kind of tell. But you know, just continue, everybody. Have empathy for your neighbor. Have empathy. You don't know what people are going through, and especially with all this government shit. You know, shout out to all of my government people losing their jobs. Like, fucking sucks. But you will do fine. There are no bad firings. Meaning, like, what is meant to be is meant to be, and you're going to be okay. So, you know, it's going to lead you to something better, and you got to believe that. And if you're struggling, reach out to me. We can definitely help you get a job, that's for sure. The link is visitorparking9t@gmail.com. It's in the, you could probably find it if you did some research or if you know me personally. I don't know if there's a lot of strangers. On Spotify, it says I have a lot of UK followers, so across the pond, somebody's listening to us. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Been very, very happy to do this. This has been therapeutic for me and you guys, I hope. Again, the weekday episodes aren't going to be as funny. They're not going to be as like funny as you like maybe went on Saturday, which I think are pretty funny. But Saturday, we're going to keep it more. Saturday will be more events, pop culture. We're going to hammer our opinions on everybody, and come all over their ears with our funny opinions. But we'll keep it more down to earth during the week. So thank you guys for listening. God bless America, and God bless our troops. I don't know if I should have saluted on camera. Is that bad? Anyway, love you guys. Peace.